Hi, this is John Peel from Concept 7 Adoptions. We are here at the DigiCal booth at the Whittier Business Expo. I am not in the process of being taken away. We have 3 police officers here who maybe would think about doing those kind of things, but really we have such a positive, wonderful city. We have such a great relationship with the police department that we get to have them being involved in all the things. And here we are at a business expo. Police department has one of the booths, and here they are being part of our talking about the city. Now, one of the things they like to let you know is that if you see anything going on around the city, you have to let somebody know. You can't complain about crime and be quiet. You have to, if you see something, you got to say something. So, in addition to all this wonderful police department, we have our chief of police here, Jeff Piper. Jeff, do you have anything you'd like to share with all the folks that are going to be watching this online?
Sure. I'd just like to say on behalf of the Whittier Police Department, thanks for the inclusion in this business expo. I consider the police department a part of not only the community, but the business community. And in fact, we have a booth here, and I have Officer John Scoggins, who's our community relations officer here. And what we're really promoting today is a new concept of a business watch. Everybody's heard of community neighborhood watch, but we are looking at expanding that to a business watch, and I'd like to turn it over to John Scoggins to talk a little bit about that.
Thank you, Chief. Yeah, so with the business watch concept, it's not unlike Neighborhood Watch if you're familiar with the residential program. But with the business watch concept, it's about the business community getting together to share information, especially crime and that type of information alike. So whenever there's crime trends occurring, or somebody had been broken into, or they have suspect information, that's definitely information that we want you guys not only sharing amongst each other, but also making sure that you're notifying the police department accordingly. And then what we're doing with the police department is you have to make sure that whether you're a business member here in the city of Whittier, or maybe you live here, or both, that you're following us on our social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, because we're sharing that information with the rest of our community as well. So if you do happen to be a victim of a crime, we're asking that you file that police report, that you provide any video surveillance systems that you have as far as the cameras, the pictures that are collected, and then we're using that to try to solve some of the crimes. And sometimes we do share that information on our social media platforms. The other part of that, we want to get out a public service message to you, is that if you do have a business here and you're closed up for the night, make sure that you're locking your businesses securely, you have proper lighting, you have an alarm system. And what we're finding now also, if you happen to have cash registers, don't leave money in those registers. Empty those registers out, leave the drawer open, because that is one of the #1 growing crime trends when it comes to commercial burglaries. They're coming in and hitting those registers. So, but there's a lot more information that you can find if you follow us on our Facebook page and on our Instagram accounts. Check out our website too, whittierpd.org. And of course, if you have any questions, just call us directly at the police department. Thank you.
Well, thanks, John. You know, we have a great city here, and so much of law enforcement is really prevention. So much of it is making sure that we do all the right things. Just this morning, I put an app on my phone called Whittier 24/7. Makes it so I can take a picture of anything that I'm suspicious of around my business, whether it's graffiti or an interesting car or anything else like that, and I can simply send it in. It's not necessarily for emergencies. You can use that app to dial 911, but it's a great app. Are you guys happy with how that app works at Whittier 24/7? Is that, have you gotten much from it?
Yeah. We've gotten a little bit, but generally the application 24/7 is predominantly for either code enforcement or abandoned vehicles for our traffic department to deal with. If you are a victim of a crime, please call the police department, non-emergent line, or if it's an emergency, call the 911 line.
Absolutely perfect. And nowadays, if you don't have a phone, you maybe just crawled out from under a rock someplace. So use your phone. Take a picture of anything that you see going on, because even if it just looks a little suspicious, it may be helpful for these guys to change things around in Whittier, because 90% of the problems are caused by 10% of the people. Most of us out there are good. Let's make them all good. Support the Whittier Police Department. My name is John Peel here at the Business Expo in the DigiCal Center. We hope you're here next year. Take care.